So we're all excited that we can travel again, but sometimes the flights are really long. Hello Internet, welcome to Lex Universe. In this video I will count down 10 most useful tips how to survive long-haul flights, and I hope you'll find it interesting and you will find it helpful if you ever intend to travel any flights that are longer than a few hours. But before we begin, if you are new to this channel, welcome. I hope you will enjoy this. If you haven't subscribed, please do it because, well, you'll just make my day. And if you have, well, thank you, I'm very grateful. I will hope I will not disappoint you. Let's go. Now you see, there are many tips that I can give you how to survive long flights, but I think the most important one, and I really cannot stress this enough, wear something comfortable. If you are stuck in a plane for 19 hours, or even like 6 or something like that, it's very unpleasant in itself. Don't wear something that will make you hate the whole world. So I usually wear my sweatpants or possibly shorts, and well, honestly, get a hoodie because you can like put it over your head and get a bit more of privacy and silence and darkness. Which brings me to point number 2. Get some earplugs, face mask, anything. In most standard airlines you will get like this kit where you'll find all these things, like the eye covering, some earplugs, see? But it may happen that you will not get it, and even if you do, it's good to be safe than sorry, so I'm always bringing my earplugs. It's very useful to put in. So yeah, now I don't hear anything. Now, my point number 3, and then stays with the sleeping part. In most airlines you will get a blanket, you will get some pillow, which is fine, but if you are not sitting somewhere where you can really like stretch to infinity, like having the blanket is kind of, okay, but you will have to still like lean into anything, for which I have this. It's very useful because it doesn't take up any space. I can flame it, and then I have a nice pillow that I have around my neck, and it supports my head. When we stay at the topic of sleeping, one other thing that I can recommend to you is follow your usual sleeping routine. Like, get accustomed to the time zone where you're traveling, change the time or your phone, and basically like teleport into the time zone and do everything you would do before you go to sleep, which means go to the toilet, go brush your teeth, put your makeup out, anything that will convince your body that it's time to sleep. Then falling asleep will be a lot easier. Sometimes it may help to get some sleeping music or just some sound that you will put into your headphones, which by the way brings me to my first extra point. Get your own headphones, and especially these ones that can also work as the earplug. Well, my next point is, well, the airplane is quite dry because of the air conditioning and the closed environment. The air on the plane is a lot drier than you have anywhere else. So it's very useful to have some lip balm to help you because it's like really unpleasant, and also some creams to stay hydrated, which also brings me to the point, have water with you because you will get dehydrated quite easily. My next point comes with this. Well, not this one exactly, this is something I got from the airplane, but have something like this in your backpack where you can store all the necessary things like your passport, your toothpaste, toothbrushes, the cream, the lip balm, anything that you may want to use during your flight, so that you don't need to go through your baggage all the time and annoy everybody around you. Then again, one extra point, don't overdo it with the carry-on baggage. If you can, have only a backpack because you can have it stored under your seat and you can access it anytime. Because if you have like this wheeled carry-on, you will have to put it to the bins above your head and you will have to annoy everyone every time you will want to access your luggage, so don't overdo it with that. Another thing that is very important, and I will move away a little bit from the sleeping part, walk. In most cases you're flying with a kind of a large airplane, if you're flying a long haul, and you'll have a chance to walk on the board. In most cases, you're flying overnight, the aisles will be usually quite empty and you will have a lot of space, and it really helps your blood circulation, and well, nobody wants to end up with some thrombosis or Ebola or something like that. So yeah, walk. And some people actually like recommend that you can have a tennis ball and put it under your feet and kind of like skate on it. I honestly don't travel with a tennis ball, but if that's your thing, you can also use that. But walking is quite sufficient. Which kind of brings me to my next point: get a better seat. It's not possible always, but in most cases, if you're flying long haul, you will generally try to go to some personal check-in at the airport. In this case, I would even like recommend to you, don't make the check-in online and go to the airport and you can ask the person at the check-in counter, hi, are there any aisle seats? Because they are perfect. You can go to the toilet anytime you want, you don't have to bother anyone. And also there is a little bit more space that you can like stretch into the aisle. Don't like stretch that too much, because then the flight attendants will kind of hate you, but it's useful. Also, the window seat kind of has the added value that you're not lean against the wall, but if you have my pillow that I recommend you a few minutes ago, you don't need that. And honestly, like whenever I'm flying long haul, I always try to aim for the aisle seat. Also, you can ask whether there are any emergency exit seats which have a lot more leg room. The disadvantage is you will have to store all of your luggage in the upper bin, but well, I think it's a good deal. If that's not possible at the check-in counter, you can always ask the flight attendants. I heard many of them don't like it. It actually never happened to me when I am really polite and ask that they would tell me you cannot sit there. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they even do it deliberately. I was flying with KLM from Calgary to Amsterdam, and the porter, which is like the chief flight attendant, actually was going around the plane and taking all the people from the middle seats and try to sit them somewhere to better seats. Now this brings me to another point. Picking a seat, picking the right seat is one thing, but another good thing to consider is pick the right airline. Like honestly, if I have to fly somewhere far away, I will enjoy it a lot more with the airlines like Qatar Airways or Turkish than, for example, Air France, because like the quality of the service is on a completely different level and planet and universe, and Qatar and Turkish are a lot better than Air France, of course. But also, they usually have newer airplanes. You have a bigger chance that you will fly with the Dreamliner or 777, which are a lot better than anything that Air France offers. They usually have some old airplanes that you're just gonna hate every minute in there. Not to mention they have like this entertainment system that you need to control with the remote control, and it's so unintuitive. I don't understand whoever came up with this idea, but I think they should be in prison to the end of the world, because come on, that's horrible. Well, that brings me to my final point. and that is have something to occupy you. Like most of the airlines today have some kind of entertainment system. They have like these displays on the seats in front of you. That's kind of fun, but usually the selection of the movie is not actually that great, I would say, but maybe I just had like weird taste. But I sometimes find a few episodes of some TV shows. In most cases, or at least in my case, it doesn't really fill out the whole flight. So I usually bring a book with me if I want to read. I usually download some movies into my phone. It's good to have some Netflix or something that you can actually download it in your phone and then watch it when you don't have the internet connection. And also, one really important thing, some of the airlines offer complimentary Wi-Fi. It's not very widespread, honestly, but you can buy Wi-Fi for a flight at some not that high prices actually. And if you know that you will be really bored during the flight, or that you're flying at a time where your friends are not sleeping, it might be a good idea to prepay some of these internet packages from the airline. So far, I think that the only airline that provides you with Wi-Fi for free is Norwegian, and I believe that KLM offers like this social media version of it also for free. And that would be it for this video. I hope you found these videos. I hope you found these advices useful, helpful. If you did, please give me a like. Give me some of your thoughts in the comment down below. Do you disagree with me, or do you have some more ideas what to do? Write it down. I will get to you as soon as I can. And until the next video, I will look forward to you and have a nice day.